Last time I did one of these trailer breakdowns, many of you said I was wrong. I was mistaken, but I was correct. I'm like a descendant of Apollo out here, man. Okay, not that one, but you get my point. The only way to open this trailer breakdown for Sea of Monsters is for me to really focus and home in on the dodgeball scene. Now, what's supposed to be the dodgeball scene actually happens at the end of the trailer. So just trust me, this is going to be the dodgeball scene, or at least the opening act for the first episode. Granted, they changed a lot and it's happening in like a forest or wherever. Like the environment's different. So no longer are there trolls throwing fireballs in a dodgeball game at the school, but it seems like they're both wearing the school uniforms, and yeah, fireballs are being thrown at them and Tyson is catching them or blocking them for Percy. Same thing, same concept, but they altered one of my favorite scenes in the book. Like really, guys, I'm kind of sad about that. I knew about this ahead of time, so I'm not like too upset, but like I am kind of sad. Like I'm a huge dodgeball fanatic. I love dodgeball. It's my favorite game. Now let's hop back into the number floor of the trailer. Now the trailer opens up with a helmet. This is for the Chariot Games, and then we get a group of men, or what appears to be monsters, walking through fog. I'm not sure when or where this is taking place. This could be Luke's group, could be possibly Clarice's. This could be multiple points. But as we kind of like talk about this entire trailer breakdown, it kind of makes it hard to kind of key point certain things because things are kind of all over the place narratively within the trailer. We get two similar shots of Percy and Annabeth looking up at what appears to be possibly some type of monster. I'm assuming they're either looking at Cerberus and Scaly, or maybe the Sirens. I'm not necessarily sure, but we'll see. The next shot of Grover appears to be looking at a flute. This is probably going to happen in the first two episodes when he's adventuring off in a sea of monsters looking for Pan. Now, rather this is Pan's flute or maybe one of the flutes that belongs to a dead satyr, we'll just have to see. Which we kind of later see him using a similar flute, if not this flute, later in the trailer. So the next scene, Luke is at camp and he's poisoning Thalia's tree. So Clarice and her soldiers appear, and this is either when she saves Percy or maybe a story change and they're on an island with her men. And this isn't probably going to be the last alteration they make in this season, so bear with me, guys. Now, Annabeth appears to be laying down, passed out. I'm not sure if this is just due to some type of attack, a crash that she washed up on the sea, but it appears to be blood on the knife. Maybe she stabbed a certain Cyclops. Percy awakens from a nightmare, or better yet, a vision. So this one's kind of interesting to me. See, demigods are at camp and they're all limping, and this is, I'm assuming, the aftermath of the chariot race. But the set really looks dope to me. Like, it's really nice. So next we have Hermes and Percy, and they're having their chat. Percy's going to receive his magical items, the thermostat and vitamins. We then get a white shot, and I can't see what exactly is happening here or who this is. This could be several moments, to be honest with you. Okay, so it seems like Percy is getting ready to battle, but there's a medieval warrior behind him. It looks like a Viking. It looks like maybe a soldier for Luke's army. I'm not necessarily sure. His costume is very vague. I don't want to say this is a Cersei Island villain. Like, I don't even want to say this is a pirate from Cersei's Island. Like, I don't know what this guy is or who he is. I even thought at one point maybe it was a Clarice soldier. I'm just not sure. Then we have Percy's vision of Grandpa Kronos. I wonder when we're going to get a face reveal. Dionysus in a new activity director, Tantalus. I think the design looks cool. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I've read the Sea of Monsters so many times and I always forget about Tantalus. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm assuming this is what Percy uses to escape Luke before he enters our lovely donut shop. Our next scene even shows Percy in a similar constructed boat, so I'm assuming this is what happens. Now this one's gonna be very interesting. This one has some questions here. So Grover and friends appear to be coming out of the trees. Now the first thing you're gonna notice is that there's a new demigod or a new character here. And this appears to be Tyson. And it also seems like Annabeth is in the back. Now, if so, this would take place at the end, meaning we possibly dragged along a new demigod for the ride. Possibly, maybe from Luke's ship. I'm not sure. I don't know when they're meeting. Or maybe on the island. Maybe everybody gets on the island and just a lot of commotion happens. That's a theory I'm leading with this whole think. And this scene transitions us into what appears to be the Hydra. I'm hoping we get a random donut shop that Tyson just finds, you know, get that reference in there. See, this scene confuses me because Grover appears to be in this shot, and that would like really cut everything out of order for how things happen. I'm very confused. Is it like one of the final fights here, or a fight before they escape the entire island, or Percy's doing something else? Maybe he's fighting a certain demigod? I'm not sure. This scene also confuses me as it appears Grover is there, which he shouldn't be, or they're sliding the creatures to a different part in the season. I mean, there's multiple boats in this scene, such as the speed boats and one with cells, or maybe it's a flashback to when Grover first stranded on Polyphemus Island. The next scene we see Percy controlling a ship with his mind. This is after, of course, he's escaping Circe's island. It's very nice to see him use more of his powers. So Percy and Clarice have a rematch. This is probably after she saves him from the Hydra or something. Again, I'm not sure how they're stringing everything along. So the next scene, like, it's even gonna like confirm this whole concept of them changing things. So they stringed Percy and Luke into having a rematch, and he seems to be holding what appears to be the Golden Fleece. This would be a pretty big change from the book, but it's one I'm not mad about. So the rematch is fine with me. I just hope Polyphemus appears. So the next scene, we have Percy running within the ship with the Golden Fleece, kind of suggesting Luke has already taken it from Polyphemus prior to Percy even seeing it. Or maybe he took it from Percy and the friends after they took it from the Cyclops. I'm not necessarily sure of the order of things this season. And that's just based off some of the new content being constructed. Like, the imagery is obviously different from a book viewer's perspective. Next up, we get our mission and objectives from our lovely Oracle. Then we also get a look at what appears to be a new demigod. I know they've kind of like hinted or stated that they wanted to expand the lore or characters for this season. I just hope that we don't forget other characters that are kind of mentioned in this book. I kind of explained that in another video, by the way. So like, I reference a lot of things that happen in the book that should be in this season. If you're interested, don't forget to check this video out. So Luke appears to attack Percy, and a trident is used to save him. Not sure if this was cut funny or something, but it's giving, you know, his daddy appears, which is kind of crazy within the lore. Like, gods directly interacting. That's kind of like, that would be crazy. Like, not in a good way. But I'm guessing Tyson appears and saves his brother. I'm hoping Tyson appears and saves his brother. That would like link up way better for like the whole theme of the season. So the next shot, we get Annabeth and Percy sitting in the pirate ship. And it appears that Annabeth may have just seen a vision, or just revealed her fatal flaw. Possibly. Finally wrapping up this trailer with the three Grey sisters driving their taxi. I love the romance is finally kicking off in this season, and we're getting Annabeth getting flustered, blushing. She's very adorable in this scene, and I can't wait to see more. So tell me guys, what are your thoughts? Like, I kind of like hinted at some of the changes. I'm not like mad at them. We'll see how this season goes. Super excited, to be honest with you guys. So in terms of budget and effects, I'm not sure. I haven't really seen like too many monsters and creatures. They're very limited on that. And I didn't like that in the first season. And this season, I'm just gonna be honest with you, this season has some of the highest monster counts in terms of any of the Percy Jackson books. There's tons of creatures in this one season alone, probably more so. Like, you don't get this much action in a Percy Jackson story in terms of visual effects and monsters until The Last Olympian. Like, there's tons of stuff in this book alone that needs to be done properly. So I'm like, I'm hoping the VFX team is going crazy out there and giving us a really good season visually, and just feels high quality. But yeah, I'm excited. We'll see what they do. They made a lot of changes. One of my favorite scenes is actually kind of gone, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah, tell me your thoughts in the comments below. See ya.